Everyone. The district just bought Adobe Creative Cloud, and I'm going to show you how to install it in either your work laptop or your personal PC or Mac, and why you may want to do that. The Adobe Creative Cloud is pretty advanced. It has 20 or more apps. Most of them are pretty advanced, but there's a couple that we may want to use, or at least some of you. So if you are interested and you want to install it, Google Adobe Creative Cloud, and it will be the first link. Go there. And when you get there, it will say start your free trial and a bunch of things. Here what you want is to sign in. Go to sign in right there to the top right. And it's going to ask you for an email address. Use our school email. And very much like Microsoft, this is going to take you to our DCBS sign-in page. I am already signed in, so it may skip it. But earlier on, it went to the DCBS. I signed in. Oh, it went to it. Here, be careful not to use the @dualschools.org. Sometimes it doesn't like that. And sometimes it doesn't mind. So when you log in, you're gonna get here, and I already installed this, so for me it says open, but it should say here download, and you can download the Creative Cloud. It may say it may have something like Photoshop download, or you can download anything basically, and whatever you download will download an installer that you will then run. It will not download an app. It will actually download, I already did it, so it will download this thing called Creative Cloud, and you will install it and open it. And it will look like this. It looks kind of like a browser, but it isn't. It's actually its own thing, the Adobe Creative Cloud. And in here, you're going to see a list of all the apps that we have access to. There are tons of them. And as you can see, I can install each one of them separately. I already installed a few, so now I have them here on the top, and it says open because I have them already. So at the beginning, you need to decide what you want and install those. I would recommend that you install two apps. Adobe DC. This one, if you're interested in making PDFs from scratch, or in taking PDFs or even Word documents that are already made and turn them into PDFs that are forms, meaning that they have fields where the kids can type things in. So let's say that I have a math form that has a long list, let's say 10 equations, doubles, 1 + 1, 2 + 2, 3 + 3, 4 + 4, etc. And I've had that for years, and in the past I printed it, made copies, and gave them to the kids. But now I don't want to put it in my Teams because the only use would be for the kids to print it themselves, take a photo of it when they're done, and send it to me. So instead, I would love for them to be able to complete the form on their computer. This is it. With Adobe Acrobat DC, you can turn that form into or that PDF into a form PDF. So it will have the same 1+1, but then it will have a field where kids can click and enter 2, and so on. And then they can save it and send it back to you as a PDF. You can do that in Acrobat DC, and it's not particularly difficult. It's fairly easy. The other one is the Premiere Rush. The Premiere Rush is, for those of you that remember the Macs, it is very much like the iMovie. It lets you edit video. As a matter of fact, while I was making this video, I made a mistake, and I'm gonna edit it out with Premiere Rush. So let's say that you're making a video and you make a mistake. Instead of, and you're making, my wife is reading a chapter from a book. So she's making videos of each chapter. Let's say you're 5 minutes into it and you make a mistake. You don't want to start all over again. So you just wait a second and start 2 sentences before. And then with this thing, you can just cut those few seconds of the mistake out and make it look pretty seamless. So you can edit the video, cut parts out. If you want to get fancy, you can add music, you can add titles and things like that. And it is fairly easy, and it has a really, really good tutorial the first time you open it. So if you are an okay tech person, I recommend these 2 apps. The rest are pretty specific and much more complex. I don't really recommend them unless you are very tech savvy and pretty driven. For example, the Premiere Pro is a video editing tool, kind of like this one, but really pro. It's at a professional level. This is what Hollywood people will use. Much more complicated. So Acrobat DC and Premiere Rush are really the 2 that I think we may benefit from. Okay, so if you are interested, go for it, and good luck.